It's so torquey, I don't even have to like get, like I can go full throttle. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing an EcoBoost Mustang. First and foremost, though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton, Utah for giving me some time with this EcoBoost Mustang. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And something that's awesome about the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton, Utah is they do not charge any markups over MSRP on any product, whether it's an EcoBoost Mustang or something like the new Ford Raptor R. So if you want a great deal on a new Ford, definitely reach out to them. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2.3 liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 22 around town and then 32 on the highway, with power outputs being 310 horsepower and then 350 pound-feet of torque. You can also get a 6-speed manual with this powertrain. Now, before we go over the front, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So first off, we have these cool little hood vent pieces here. It's kind of like a signature with the Mustang. And then we have the fish gill LED accent lights with the headlight. And you guys can see the turn signal indicator down below with the venting there off to the side. And then look at the front grille. Notice how the Mustang horse is all blacked out. And then pretty aggressive there with the front splitter. This one's finished in grabber blue, and the camera doesn't quite pick up the color very well, so like you guys are probably seeing it as kind of like have sort of like a whitish hue to it, whereas in reality it's just blue. So there you go. Coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 255/40/19 in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see with the wheels, they're all blacked out, 5-spoke design, looks absolutely fantastic. And then you guys can see here with the side skirt action, pretty aggressive. And then notice the mirror caps blacked out. And then if we take a few steps back, you guys can see the full side profile here of the Mustang. Again, looks pretty sweet. So here's a key fob for this EcoBoost Mustang. You guys can see with the Mustang horse there on the back, we have our unlock function, lock function, and the opening here for the trunk. And popping this open, you guys can see the storage space here. Definitely solid. And other than that, I mean, the opening's kind of small. It's like a typical muscle car thing. Plop. Now let's finish things up with the rest of the rear. So first off, you guys probably noticed that the roof is blacked out, which is pretty cool. And then we have the Mustang's cool sequential lights here in the back. And then notice all blacked out there in the center with, again, the Mustang horse. And then down below, we've got these pretty aggressive looking exhaust tips, parking sensors here at the bottom. And other than that, let me know what you guys think about the color and the overall spec on this car. Now here's the front door panel. You guys can see first off we have the kind of like cloth insert here at the top, and then we've got nice padding down below. Lock and unlock, and then we've got our window controls here with the mirror adjustments. And then the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then here's a quick look at the seats. Notice Mustang right there on the seat itself. And then down below with the cloth. Partially power adjustable, partially manually adjustable, and oh, I guess it doesn't have it on the back. Oh, it does, it's in the center. I'm an idiot, but anyways, here are the back seats. So, yeah, pretty cool with the look and the bolstering, but obviously just like most muscle cars, don't have a lot of legroom, don't have a lot of headroom because of the fastback design. So, you know, it's got back seats, but they're not necessarily the most practical. Now, I just want to give you guys a quick glimpse here at the pedals, and then you guys can see here at the light control, and then we've got this cool like carbon fiber print there on the dash, and let's pop in. So here's the steering wheel for the Mustang. You guys can see nice trim all around. You got the stitching here on the center portion. Some controls for the center stack, volume controls, and then we do have our cruise control and then voice command phone controls as well. Turn signal stock, windshield wiper stock, you know, the normal stuff. So here is our gauge cluster. First off, you guys can see here, we've got the RPMs, and then I love how it says ground speed. Okay, anyways, now we can scroll through some different menus here to see different bits of info on like the car and different stuff that's happening. Pretty standard stuff. Most vehicles have something like that. Fun parts of drive mode. So we have normal, sport, we've got a track, we've got a drag, and then we have a snow. I love how you've got the helmet there for the track mode. Pretty fun. We have some steering modes too, normal, sport, and then comfort that you can switch between, and there you go. Now to mention, again, more padding here on the dash, and then again, you got the Mustang logo here. And then you got the triple vent thing in the center, and then again, more of that like carbon fiber print across the dash. And then here's the infotainment screen. So first off, if I pop it into reverse, we've got a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and I can actually even zoom in with that. And then moving to the rest of the infotainment system, shortcut bar here at the bottom. And you guys can see pretty good response time here with the screen itself, and some analog controls here for like the radio just down below that. So sorry about the lighting here, so you kind of can't see, but dual zone climate controls with the temperature knobs right there. And then that's for the hazard lights. It's cool. You got the toggle switches, stability control, and then the steering mode change, and then the drive mode change on the other toggle switch. Shifter for that 10-speed automatic. It does have a sport mode right there that you can put it into. It's all the way down. And then we've got a couple of cup holders, center console setup, and then pretty cool parking brake. And it's not electronic. There's your glove box. And then up top, it's just a darker colored headliner. So here's our window sticker for this Mustang EcoBoost. You guys can see the standard equipment there, I suppose. This is a 101A equipment group with what this has, and then some of the other optional equipment. And then total MSRP, $34,425, which, I mean, in today's world where everything's like $50,000, this thing's pretty dang affordable. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors just do have blind spot monitoring, and then throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. Okay, so setting off here in this EcoBeast Mustang, that's what we'll call it. Instead of EcoBoost, we'll call it the EcoBeast. First off, I really like this blue. I'm a big fan of the grabber blue. It's a really bright color, and so not a lot of people will order it, but it's a cool color. This thing's torquey, man. It just gets up and moves. Forgot about the Mustang turn signal indicator that's just like a little bit slower because again, it's gotta wait for the whole sequential to happen. Yeah, I forgot about that. Seat comfort's actually pretty good. I love, I showed you guys the pedals earlier. I love like the actual feel of them because again, there's like a, even though I'm wearing shoes, like you can feel a difference between like a nice kind of like metallic pedal versus just a plasticky pedal. It feels special for your feet. You guys gotta take some appreciation for your feet and give them nice pedals to press. Steering's pretty good. Let me see what mode I have it in. So I've got it in the normal mode. I like sport mode typically with Fords because I just like the heavier feel. Yeah, does it feel a little synthetic? Yeah, but I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. Some other stuff here. So ride quality is actually really good as well. Yeah, it doesn't have, you know, the normal Mustang rumble that you expect because, you know, typically Mustangs have V8s. But I'm going to explain at the end of this video why I have a huge appreciation for the EcoBoost. Some other stuff, visibility is good. Again, it's got blind spot monitoring, which is nice. Again, it's crazy this is as inexpensive as it is. Because like with all the features this has and everything, again, I'm just so used to like everything being so expensive that I'm like, wow, how is this only $34,000? Like it's, I don't know, it just kind of baffles me. And you know, the torque comes on really low in the RPM range, so it feels good. I think the 2.3, I think it was a good call because again, that torquey feel feels good. It's gonna pop into the S mode, which is kind of like your sport mode. And you know what? Let's double sport mode it. We're gonna have it in the Sport Plus this S mode. We're like double sported right now. Yeah, now it's like really aggressive with the shifts and everything. I'm interested to see kind of how this handles. Wow! Handling on this is great. Beautiful rotation there. It's so torquey, I don't even have to like I can go full throttle, but like, you don't have to like really get into it. Is this thing gonna shift for me, or do I have to? It's like super high up in the RPM. So we're gonna change the drive mode. There we go, now it's shifting. I thought I was gonna continue to accelerate. We're gonna pop it back into the regular sport mode. Okay, now we're good. Highway noise. Not a lot of wind noise, not a lot of tire noise. It's actually surprisingly quiet. I didn't realize the Mustang, I forgot. I owned a Shelby GT350 for a while, but I forgot how quiet and actually comfortable this is. It's actually really comfortable from a suspension standpoint. That's kind of interesting. So, summing things up. First off, love the blue. Second off, love the price. Now, here's why I appreciate the EcoBoost. You see, a lot of other manufacturers are getting rid of their V8 powertrains from their vehicles. Look at Chevy, they're gonna be killing off the Camaro soon. Dodge is killing off the Challenger and Charger after the 23 model year in terms of like the ones we actually like, you know, the V8 ones. Whereas Ford is coming out with a new Mustang that still has a V8. And you know why they can do that? Because they sell stuff like this, AKA the EcoBoost Mustang, that, you know what, even though this is not necessarily what, you know, muscle car enthusiasts drool after, it gives Ford a good enough fuel economy rating that they can sell stuff like a 5.0 V8 Mustang in the 2024 model year. So I actually really like how this drives. It's lightweight, it's fun, it's torquey. It's actually a ton of fun to drive. And so if you're okay with not having the V8 soundtrack, which I understand is very important, it's a big part of the Mustang, but if you're okay with not having the V8 soundtrack, this car is a ton of fun to drive. I'm worried this minivan's gonna randomly pull into my lane. So we're gonna move over. It's a ton of fun to drive, and again, it helps Ford reach that fuel economy rating. So let me know what you guys think about the EcoBoost. That's gonna sum things up with my video on this EcoBoost Mustang. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton, Utah for giving me some time with this Mustang. Like I said, link to the inventory in the description down below, especially if you want to purchase a new Ford with no markup over MSRP. I'll see ya.